Well, offering the best goods from around the world, a new shop in Damariscotta carries a diverse selection of tasty treats and unique items, as well as some vintage finds.
Here to tell us more about Barco Provisions is Penn Way. Good morning, Penn. Thank you for being here.
Oh, thank you for having me. It's a pleasure.
Of course. So tell us more about your extensive travels and how that inspired you to open up this shop.
You know, I was very fortunate at a young age. My parents encouraged travel and kind of global thinking, and I did well with some school programs, so I got to travel early, and then through college, and then in my early work career, and I made the most of it. I would stay extra on trips or go see another country on top of that, and a big part of that was eating all the time. So I'm a firm believer that you will learn about a culture by eating what they eat. So it's always been in the back of my brain.
Yeah, share us what you've learned during your travels and what you offer because of that at your shop.
Yeah, it's a great question. I think, for example, we carry a lot of Southeast Asian stuff, and I was fortunate enough to take a backpack trip through Vietnam, and a focus of that was cooking while I was there. So we carry a lot of core things that I loved when I was on that trip. Another one is scholastic programs. I spent a lot of time in Spain as a teenager, so we have a lot of Spanish goods in right now. But as my travels change and family travels change, we're bringing in products that we're newly discovering, so we're working on that right now. And part of our business model is to change the foods that are in there every few weeks, so people get to see new things, try new things, and come back in and have discussions about how to use them.
I love that. And it's not just food. What other products do you have at the shop?
Vintage. It's a passion for my wife and I. It's actually how we met, probably 16, 17 years ago. Things from homewares, barware, things that everybody can enjoy, and we try to find things that are beautiful but affordable. So we just had a chef come through and wipe out a bunch of vintage barware that we had out on the shelf. So we're always looking, hunting. My wife is picking for us a lot. We now have vintage dealers that are coming to us from our past of buying stuff. They're saying, hey, we found this, would you like it? And we're starting to weave that through the shop pretty heavily.
How is it, she's probably going to be listening to this right now, how is it working with your significant other in a business and also living together too at the same time?
I'm surprised she doesn't kill me on a daily basis. It's absolutely great. It's something that I think we had some trepidation at first. We had talked about it in the past, but it's turned out to be a beautiful thing. We complement each other well.
I love that. You touched on this a little bit, but how do you decide what you're going to offer at the store, and are there any extra steps you have to take to get those authentic items?
There are. It's a lot of weekly and monthly planning to kind of curate what's on the shelves. One thing we like to say is that the inventory rotates all the time, but a category will always be fixed. So we're always planning a month or two ahead for example, what olive oil is going to be there, and then making sure that we can test it ourselves, see how it cooks. Is it more of a cooking or a finishing one? But those extra steps, we're really trying to keep prices under MSRP by cutting out as many wholesaler levels as we can. So it's a lot of direct interaction. So I'm using Google Translate a lot, trying to find the distributor or the direct importer. So those are some of the extra steps that they're time intensive, but they're fun.
Yeah.
You know, you get to meet new people around the world and find out about new things.
So oftentimes you go to somebody's shops and no offense to China and Taiwan, but you turn over some product, made in China, made in Taiwan. How important is you to have authentic products that you offer? They're from those countries.
No, I think we actually lean into those. It was just Lunar New Year just happened, so we were on a huge Lunar New Year focus. So everything from, we had a bunch of potato chips in from China and beverages, but it is absolutely important. I can only think of one current item that's probably from North America right now that's in the store. We will have a Latin American focus probably coming in late spring, but it is extremely important to be authentic. I mean, much of the time we've pre-translated what's on some of the packaging for customers, so to alleviate some of the questions about what it is.
What else do you think kind of sets Barco apart from other shops in Maine?
I think we strive really hard to not just catalog order. I think we're going out trying to find things that we found during our travels. We just took a trip during our December break when our son was out of school, and we found a new item that we're working to get to come in now to the shop in the hopefully the March time frame. So I hope that answers your question.
It does. Where was that trip? I'm curious.
We went to Barbados.
Ooh.
We went to Barbados. We
Should be
try and
should
do
be
a
a
family
travel
trip.
agent.
I know.
I wish. I would live out of my backpack if I could, but that's where my wife might kill me.
There you go.
Yes.
Tell us more about your location and being part of the Damariscotta community. It's such a pretty area. You know, we were talking about Christmas Cove during the commercial break. It's just awesome to go there.
Oh, it's amazing. I mean, it's a tight-knit community. Businesses of a like mind cooperate together. We're collaborating with several restaurants right now. We have one that's using a really beautiful product from Japan. It's part of their menu. Another one is Oysterhead Pizza Company is at the top of the block. He's doing a series of international wings with ingredients from our store. So it's amazing. We're right on the waterfront. I will promote Damariscotta all day long. We've got free parking, amazing food, amazing shops. It's a registered federal historic zone, so it's great.
What a beautiful setting. The views are just spectacular.
You walk out your front door and you're like, wow, I really live here and work here?
Well, you know, there's a little part of me that says, hey, we don't want it to be discovered too much. We don't want it, but it really is a special place.
Yeah, and you opened in November. How's it been going?
It's been phenomenal. It's been absolutely phenomenal. Scary phenomenal at times. We're grateful for a little quieter time now, but it lets me focus a little bit more on the local customers, cooks. It lets me engage with people more. So the summer madness will come soon, so this is a time for us to plan and kind of focus on the people that are there all year round.
Well, for the folks who want to check out your place, your address and your web address too.
We're at 95 Main Street in downtown Damariscotta. You can find us at barcomaine.com. And Instagram is at Barco Maine.
Oh, that's
All right.
easy.
I'm going to give you a follow right during the next commercial break.
If you were in the store and gave us a follow, I would probably give you Swedish candy right now.
Ooh,
now you're
that sounds good.
And I'm Swedish too. There you go.
Oh, congratulations on the shop. Can't wait to check it out.
Oh, thank you for the time, guys. I really appreciate it.
I want to talk to you more about your travel and hiking and backpacking
I need some
too.
recommendations and some Swedish treats.